Welcome to our channel, where every coin tells a story of history, pride, and value that goes far beyond its face. Today, we're exploring three remarkable Australian 50-cent coins that have captured the hearts of collectors around the world: the 2000 Millennium Year coin, the 2005 World War Remembrance coin, and the 1998 Discovery of Bass Strait coin. Let's begin our journey with the 2000 Millennium Year 50-cent coin. The Australian 2000 Millennium Year 50-cent coin holds a special place in modern Australian numismatics because it marks the beginning of a new millennium and carries one of the most fascinating design stories in the history of Australian coinage. This coin, issued in the year 2000, represents not only a commemoration of the dawn of a new era, but also a blend of art, symbolism, and national identity. It is also famous among collectors because a highly sought-after variety known as the Incas flag or upset millennium variety, which makes it one of the most collectible Australian 50-cent coins ever produced. To fully understand the details, value, and background of this coin, one must look at its design, mintage, errors, and the historical context that surrounds it. The 2000 50-cent coin was part of Australia's regular circulating coinage issued by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. It is made of cupronickel alloy, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The coin has a dodecagonal shape, meaning it has 12 equal sides, a feature that has been a defining characteristic of the Australian 50-cent piece since 1969. The coin has a mass of 15.55 grams, a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, and a thickness of 2.5 millimeters. Its edge is plain, as with all Australian 50-cent coins. On the obverse, it features the representing both Australia's British heritage and its independent national identity as it entered the 21st century. The coin was intended to represent a sense of pride and continuity, acknowledging Australia's past while looking forward to the future. The flag motif symbolizes unity and progress, marking the passage into a new millennium. The most intriguing part of this coin story is the presence of two distinct varieties that were unintentionally created during the minting process. The first and most common variety is the standard version, which features a raised or relief flag design. In this type, the Union Jack and the lines of flag sit above the field of the coin, giving them a slightly elevated appearance. However, the second variety, which is much rarer and significantly more valuable, is known as the Incas flag variety. In this version, the lines of the flag are sunk or pressed into the coin surface, rather than being raised above it. This Incas variety was created when a die intended for the 1999 50-cent coin, featuring the Australian flag, was mistakenly used to strike some of the 2000 dated coins. As a result, the detail of the flag appears recessed rather than raised, giving the coin a distinct and easily noticeable appearance when compared to the standard issue. Collectors and numismatists quickly discovered this rare variation after the coins were released to identify whether it is a regular raised flag version or the rare Incas flag variety. One easy way to do this is to look closely at the Union Jack lines on the flag portion of the design. On the regular version, the lines of the flag are raised above the coin surface and can be felt when you run your finger across them. On the Incas version, however, these lines are pressed into coin and appear recessed. Additionally, the field around the flag on the Incas coin appears smoother and flatter, giving it a distinctive look even from a distance. Many collectors use magnifying glasses or macro lenses to verify the difference, especially since both coins share the same year and overall design. In terms of value, the regular 2000 Millennium 50-cent coin generally holds only face value in circulated condition, meaning it is worth 50 cents unless it is in exceptional mint state. Uncirculated or proof examples might be worth slightly more, often ranging from a few dollars depending on condition and packaging. The coin's rarity, combined with historical and aesthetic significance, makes it one of the most desirable coins from the modern Australian decimal series. It also holds educational importance in teaching new collectors how minting variations and die usage errors can lead to valuable and collectible coins. The 2000 Millennium 50-cent coin continues to spark interest among both casual hobbyists and professional numismatists, often serving as an entry point for new collectors who discover in pocket change or coin collections. The production of this coin also marked a moment of national reflection in Australia. The year 2000 was a symbolic milestone that represented hope, unity, and new beginnings. Australia was also preparing to host the Sydney 2000 Olympic Games, one of the biggest international events ever held in the country. The spirit of optimism and pride was reflected in many commemorative issues, but the 50-cent coin stood out because it was a circulating piece that every Australian could hold in their hand. It became a small, tangible piece of history representing the nation's transition into a new century. Even though it was not specifically tied to the Olympics, its release during such a historic year gave it added cultural resonance. The coin's designer, Vladimir Gottwald, was a well-respected artist and coin engraver who contributed to several Australian coin projects. His design for the Millennium 50-cent coin was praised for its simplicity and modern feel, combining geometric elements with strong national symbolism. The guides. The Royal Australian Mint has acknowledged its existence but has never officially released production figures, adding to the coin's aura of mystery. In addition to its collectible appeal, the coin has also become a cultural symbol of the year 2000 in Australia. Many people who lived through that era remember the Millennium celebrations, the technological anticipation surrounding the new century, and the pride of national accomplishments recommended, as it can reduce the coin's value. Collectors often use coin albums or display cases to showcase both varieties side by side for comparison. When purchasing, it is important to verify authenticity and avoid counterfeits, which have occasionally appeared in online markets. The best way to ensure authenticity is to buy from reputable dealers or have the coin professionally graded. In summary, the Australian 2000 Millennium Year 50-cent coin is a fascinating and iconic piece of modern Australian numismatic history. It commemorates the turn of the millennium with a design that combines national pride, artistic excellence, and symbolic meaning. The coin's two distinct varieties, especially the rare Incas flag version, have elevated its status from an ordinary circulating piece to one of the most collectible and valuable modern Australian coins. Whether viewed as a historical artifact, a design masterpiece, or potential investment, this coin remains a timeless reminder of Australia's journey into a new century and a shining example of how small details can turn an everyday object into a national treasure. Now, let's turn back time to the 2005 World War II Remembrance 50-cent coin. The Australian 50 cents 2005 World War II Remembrance coin is one of the most meaningful and emotional commemorative coins issued by the Royal Australian Mint, designed to honor the men and women who served and sacrificed during the Second World War between 1939 and 1945. This coin was not only created as legal tender, but also as a national tribute to those who defended freedom and endured the most devastating global conflict in human history. The 2005 50-cent coin stands out as a symbol of pride, courage, and remembrance, reminding every generation of Australia's role in the fight for peace. Its issue came 60 years after the war ended, marking the 60th anniversary of World War II's conclusion in 1945 and celebrating the spirit of resilience and unity that carried Australia and its allies through those difficult years. The coin is made of cupronickel, containing 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it a distinctive silvery appearance and durability. It has a dodecagonal or 12-sided shape, which is characteristic of Australian 50-cent pieces. The coin weighs 15.55 grams and has a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, making it one of the larger circulating coins in the country. Its edge is plain, and it carries the same size and specifications as the standard 50-cent coins used in Australia. However, unlike the regular coins that feature the Australian coat of arms, the 2005 issue features a powerful and symbolic design that captures the essence of remembrance and respect for those who served during the war. On the obverse side of the coin is the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait shows the Queen facing right, wearing a tiara and surrounded by the inscription Elizabeth II Australia 2005. The initials IRB, representing the designer, appear below the Queen's neck. This side of the coin follows a traditional design pattern used for all Australian coinage during that period, reflecting the Commonwealth heritage and royal connection. The obverse also represents the continuity of leadership and unity of the British Commonwealth through the turbulent times of the war and the peace that followed. The reverse design of the 2005 World War II Remembrance coin is where its true story unfolds. Designed by renowned artist Wojciech Pietranek, the reverse features a striking image that symbolizes remembrance, sacrifice, and national pride. The central design shows a hand placing a poppy, a traditional flower of remembrance, onto a field of poppies. The poppy became a universal symbol of remembrance after World War I, and its use in this coin connects the two world wars and the shared human cost of war. The background of the design represents the rolling fields where soldiers once fought and fell, while the gesture of laying the poppy emphasizes personal and national reflection. Surrounding the image are the words World War 1939 to 1945 and "Lest we forget," a phrase deeply rooted in Australian remembrance culture. This phrase is a reminder that the sacrifices of the past should never be forgotten, and it reflects the solemn tone of Anzac Day and Remembrance Day ceremonies held every year across the nation. The Royal Australian Mint released this coin both for circulation and in collector versions, including uncirculated and proof editions. The circulation mintage was relatively limited, making it a favorite among coin enthusiasts and collectors. The uncirculated and proof coins were often sold in special presentation cards or sets to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. These sets included detailed information about the war and Australia's involvement, highlighting key battles, campaigns, and contributions made by Australian forces at home and abroad. Australia's participation in World War II was significant, involving hundreds of thousands of servicemen and women across multiple theaters of war. Australian troops fought bravely in Europe, North Africa, the Middle East, and the Pacific. On the home front, civilians contributed through war production, volunteering, and supporting defense efforts. The war deeply shaped Australia's national identity, strengthening its sense of unity, independence, and resilience. The 2005 Remembrance coin captures this national spirit in metal, linking every Australian to the sacrifices and bravery of those years. Collectors admire this coin not only for its artistic design, but also for its emotional and historical depth. Its symbolic poppy and the message, "Lest we forget," make it one of the most heartfelt pieces in modern Australian numismatics. It is a coin that tells a story beyond its face value, a story of human endurance, national pride, and the ongoing commitment to peace. Many people who hold this coin see it as more than just currency. It is a keepsake of history, a token of memory, and a tangible connection to those who gave everything in service of their country. Over time, the 2005 World War II 50-cent coin has become an increasingly sought-after collectible. Depending on its condition, the coin can carry a value higher than its face denomination, especially in uncirculated or proof form. Circulated coins are still occasionally found in everyday use, but many have been taken out of circulation by collectors or those who wish to keep it as a tribute. Its enduring popularity also reflects the importance of commemorative coinage in keeping history alive for future generations. The design's simplicity and emotional power contribute to its timeless appeal. The act of placing a poppy is a universal gesture of remembrance, and by capturing it in the coin's design, the Royal Australian Mint created an enduring symbol of Australia's gratitude and respect. The year 2005, marking 6 decades since the end of World War II, was a year of reflection worldwide. And Australia's tribute through this coin played an important part in the global remembrance of peace restored after years of suffering and loss. Each element of the coin, from its metal composition to its inscriptions and imagery, is designed to express a message of unity and memory. The field of poppies signifies those who fell, while the hand represents those who remember. The simplicity of the gesture conveys more emotion than words ever could, making the coin not just a piece of currency, but a piece of art and history combined. In summary, the Australian 50 cents 2005 World War II Remembrance coin is a powerful symbol of respect, unity, and memory. It honors the courage, sacrifice, and endurance of all Australians who participated in the war, whether on the battlefield or home. It connects the past with the present and ensures that the lessons of history remain vivid in the collective consciousness of a nation. The coin's value, both emotional and numismatic, continues to grow with time, making it one of the most admired commemorative issues in Australian coin history. Its legacy endures, reminding everyone that freedom and peace were won at a great cost, and that those who serve and sacrifice must always be remembered, lest we forget. And now, we travel further back in time to the 1998 discovery of Bass Strait 50-cent coin, a masterpiece that honors one of Australia's most important maritime discoveries. The Australian 1998 50-cent coin commemorating the discovery of Bass Strait is one of the most fascinating coins released by the Royal Australian Mint, marking an important historical event that shaped the geography and identity of Australia. This coin was issued to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the discovery of Bass Strait, a significant waterway separating the Australian mainland from the island of Tasmania. The story behind this coin goes back to the late 18th century, during a period of intense exploration, discovery, and settlement. The design, history, and significance of this coin are deeply connected to the adventure of two remarkable explorers, George Bass and Matthew Flinders, whose determination and courage helped map out one of Australia's most vital maritime passages. In 1798, George Bass, a British naval surgeon and explorer, along with his close companion and fellow explorer Matthew Flinders, set out on a daring expedition to explore the southern coast of New South Wales in a small 8-foot-long open boat called the Tom Thumb. Their goal was to determine whether Van Diemen's Land, now known as Tasmania, was part of the mainland or separated by a strait. Despite dangerous conditions, rough seas, and limited provisions, Bass and Flinders successfully proved that a stretch of water indeed separated the two land masses. This body of water later came to be known as the Bass Strait, in honor of George Bass's remarkable contributions to exploration. Their discovery not only changed the understanding of Australia's geography, but also opened new routes for shipping and communication, playing a key role in the development of trade and settlement in the region. To celebrate the bicentenary of this monumental discovery, the Royal Australian Mint released the 1998 commemorative 50-cent coin. Like other Australian 50-cent coins, it was produced with a dodecagonal, 12-sided, shape and made from copper nickel, weighing 15.55 grams and measuring 31.51 millimeters in diameter. The obverse side features a standard portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, which began appearing on Australian coins in 1998. This portrait shows the Queen facing right, wearing the royal diadem, and is surrounded by the inscription, Elizabeth II, Australia 1998. The detail and precision of this design reflect both the artistry of the Royal Australian Mint and the symbolism of Australia's connection to the British Commonwealth. The reverse design of the 1998 50-cent coin is what truly makes it special. Designed by renowned Australian artist Stuart Devlin, the reverse beautifully illustrates the discovery of Bass Strait. The design features a stylized map outline of Tasmania and the southern part of the Australian mainland, highlighting the Bass Strait that lies between them. It also includes representations of the ship used in exploration, symbolic waves, and the inscription Discovery of Bass Strait 1798 to 1998. The design captures both the historical significance and the adventurous spirit of exploration that defined Australia's early maritime history. Devlin's work, known for its elegant symbolism, effectively tells a story of discovery, courage, and national pride in a single image. This coin holds historical, numismatic, and educational importance. For collectors, it represents a key moment in the 20th century commemorative coin series produced by Australia. The 1998 discovery of Bass Strait 50-cent coin was struck for general circulation, meaning millions of them entered everyday use, allowing ordinary Australians to hold a piece of history in their hands. However, it was also included in uncirculated mint sets and proof sets for collectors who wanted pristine examples of the coin. These special versions were struck using highly polished dies and planchets, producing mirror-like surfaces that enhanced the visual impact of the design. In terms of mintage, around 22 million coins were released into circulation, making it relatively common to find. However, coins in perfect uncirculated or proof condition can carry a premium value among collectors. Over the years, the coin has gained popularity not just because of its historical significance, but also for its aesthetic appeal. The map design and the intricate detailing make a favorite among those who appreciate artistic coinage. Collectors who focus on Australian commemorative coins often include the 1998 50 doubt that it was separated by water, leading to more accurate maps and easier navigation for future explorers and traders. The strait itself became a vital maritime route, linking the Tasman Sea to the Indian Ocean, and today remains an essential passage for ships and a defining feature of Australian geography. The 1998 50-cent coin also serves as a reminder of the spirit of adventure and the challenges faced by early explorers. George Bass and Matthew Flinders carried out their journey in small wooden boats, facing unpredictable weather, strong currents, and limited supplies. Their courage and scientific precision paved the way for future mapping of the mysterious circumstances during a voyage in 1803. Their legacy is immortalized not only in history books, but also in the very geography of Australia, through names like Bass Strait, Bass Coast, and Flinders Island. From a cultural perspective, the coin embodies the values of exploration, courage, and curiosity that define Australia's identity. The Royal Australian Mint has often used its coinage to commemorate significant national milestones, and this coin stands as a proud representation of that tradition. Each element of its design, from the map to the date, connects to a broader narrative of discovery and nation-building. The use of a map outline was a powerful artistic choice, symbolizing unity and the importance of understanding the land and sea that surround the continent. In the modern collecting world, the 1998 Discovery of Bass Strait 50-cent coin continues to attract interest. Its value in circulation remains at face value, but in uncirculated condition, it can range from a few dollars to higher prices for proof versions. The coin is also a frequent topic among collectors who study the evolution of Australian commemorative designs, noting how it bridges traditional realism and stylized modern art. Overall, the 1998 Australian 50-cent Discovery of Bass Strait coin stands as a timeless piece of history, art, and national pride. It celebrates not only the bicentenary of a great geographical discovery, but also the enduring spirit of two men whose courage reshaped the map of Australia. Holding this coin is like holding a reminder of exploration, perseverance, and the human quest to understand the world. It is a perfect example of how a simple piece of metal can carry the weight of centuries of history, storytelling, and identity. Each of these coins, the 2000 Millennium, the 2005 Remembrance, and the 1998 Discovery, tells a different chapter of Australia's journey through time. They're not just coins. They are symbols of history, courage, and national identity. Whether you're a beginner collector or a seasoned expert, these coins hold stories that inspire and connect generations. So, next time you see a 50-cent coin, take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of history in your hand. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about these rare and meaningful coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories from around the world. Your next valuable discovery might be just one coin away.